One handshake, she denied. And her 3.2 billions disappeared before morning. The Hilton Grand Ballroom in New York was glowing under crystal chandeliers. Business leaders, investors, and CEOs filled the room, shaking hands, taking pictures, building connections that could shape industries. But nobody knew that tonight. One refused handshake would destroy an empire worth $3.2 billion before sunrise. When Ethan Cole, a calm and sharply dressed black entrepreneur, entered the summit, conversations briefly paused. People glanced, hesitated, whispered. He felt that familiar sting, subtle stares, subtle distance, something he had fought his whole life. Then the crowd parted, and Madeline Ward stepped in, America's self-crowned investment queen. Blonde hair, silver dress, and a reputation for turning companies into gold. Everyone wanted her attention. She greeted every CEO with a warm smile and a firm handshake, until she stopped in front of Ethan. He extended his hand politely. Madeline looked at his hand, then at his face, and with a cold, sharp voice said, "I don't shake hands with people like you." The room went silent. Some people froze. Some pretended they didn't hear. Phones subtly tilted, some recording, some hiding. Ethan didn't react with anger. Instead, he smiled, a small, unsettling smile that only a few noticed. "All right," he said quietly, "but remember something, Madeline. One decision can cost more than you think. And tonight isn't over yet." Madeline's jaw tightened, but she turned away dismissively, as if he didn't exist. She didn't know. Ethan wasn't just another entrepreneur. He wasn't a nobody, and he wasn't alone. For 3 months, Ethan had been silently investigating her empire. He knew things, dangerous things, things that could end careers, collapse companies, and flip the power structure of the whole summit. But he wasn't here for revenge, not originally, until she said those 6 words. Now the clock was ticking. By 2:17 a.m., alarms would ring across Manhattan. By 4 a.m., a federal task force would gather, and before morning hit, Madeline Ward's $3.2 billion empire would vanish like smoke, all because she refused one handshake. And Ethan? He wasn't done, not even close. Madeline returned to her VIP table, pretending the moment never happened. Her assistant whispered, "Ma'am, cameras caught that. Twitter's already." "I don't care," she snapped. "People like him don't matter." But across the ballroom, Ethan sat calmly, typing something on his phone. A single message, just 4 words. "Start phase 2 now." Within minutes, strange whispers began circulating. A senator leaving early, a banker making emergency calls, a news reporter rushing toward an exit. People sensed something was wrong, but no one knew what. Madeline noticed the shift. "What's happening?" she muttered. Then her phone buzzed. SEC alert. Urgent irregularities detected. Ward holdings under review. Her breath caught. More notifications flooded in. Frozen assets. Trading suspension. Federal investigation triggered. Internal documents leaked. What is this?" she whispered, panic rising. Across the room, Ethan stood up slowly. He walked toward her, calm, steady, unbothered. Madeline's security tried to block him, but he didn't stop. He simply showed them a badge she had only seen in movies. U.S. Federal Financial Crimes Division, Special Investigator. Madeline felt her knees weaken. You work for the government?" she stuttered. Ethan shook his head. "No. I lead a task force that's been investigating your fraudulent offshore accounts, your fake charity funnels, and the money you laundered for 3 years." Her body froze. Ethan continued, voice calm but cold. "We were planning to move next month, but your racism sped things up. You made the decision easy." Madeline's phone buzzed again. 3,200,000, all accounts seized. A tear slid down her cheek. Why didn't you tell me who you were?" she asked, voice shaking. Ethan looked her in the eyes. "You judged me before you even knew my name, before you knew my work, before you knew the truth." He stepped closer. "You denied a handshake, Madeline. But what you really denied was your last chance." Security approached from behind her. "Madeline Ward, you are under federal arrest for financial crimes." Her world collapsed. As they handcuffed her, she whispered, "It was just a handshake." Ethan responded quietly, "No, it was a mirror, and tonight it showed the world who you really are." By sunrise, news channels across America exploded with the headline, "The billionaire who lost everything over one handshake." And Ethan? He walked out of the Hilton ballroom without looking back. Calm, composed, and finally vindicated.